Good morning from Hot Springs. Actually, I've already left Hot Springs, about a mile out. Walking along the mighty French Broad, which, fun fact, runs south to north instead of most rivers. Big rivers run north to south in this country. But I am making my way up to Lover's Leap. I've been hiked this several times before, never with full pack, so I'm already winded and it's flat. I have so much food. But had a great night in Hot Springs. I stayed at the Appalachian trailer, trying to show you the river here, as planned. Had a wonderful time and met three through hikers that I had never met before: Smoke Show, Mangy Moose, and Skillet. Great guys. Had a lot of fun with them. And then met my friend Sarah for dinner at the Big Pillow Brewing Company, which also has a taqueria kind of tacked on. Had a great salad and great time catching up with her. She is just a force to be reckoned with all things AT and art and photography and history. She's just, man, that mind must never stop. She's just brilliant. But I might get to see her again tonight. I'm going to link her website or social media, whatever she has, below, so you can check her out, because she just is something special. So I will stay tonight at the Hemlock Hostel. And last night when I was at the Appalachian trailer, I got to meet Kate and I believe Tom, her partner is his name, who are the caretakers this season. And they're just wonderful. Had such a great time there. It's just such a homey place, and they treat you well, give you what you need, comfy beds. So if you're a thru hiker, definitely consider staying there. It's right on the trail. I mean, you can't beat it. The location is everything with that one too. So I'm going to take off this overshirt, because it's already hot. It was record highs yesterday in Asheville in the 80s. That is not normal for March in southern Appalachia. Almost 5 miles in and mopping my face constantly. The sky is really blue and clear, but it feels like a sultry summer day. I know I keep talking about the heat. I'm just not acclimated. That's really all it is, because I can hike in heat when I'm conditioned. But when you go from like -5 wind chill a week or so ago to 80 and humidity, it just feels hot. But I'm sitting here on this little bench right now in front of this cute little pond. It's not even labeled, I don't think, on Far Out, which is kind of interesting. So I just left that pond, and I am on a rare road walk. It's so pretty. Look at this meadow. I bet there's a lot of deer in there at times. It's pretty astounding to me that the AT travels 2,197.9 miles. How few road walks there are. Walking along, just lost in my own thoughts, and thought, what is that black rope in the trail? Hi, friend. First one I've seen this season. Definitely warm enough. Almost stepped on that guy, though. Glad I didn't. I don't want to hurt him. Sometimes it's the littlest things out here that bring you the greatest joy. Like a piped spring water source. So today's lunch is brought to you by the Smoky Mountain Diner in Hot Springs. I had breakfast there this morning. It was very good. Had a big old cinnamon roll that they only offer on Saturday, so I got scored with that. And some eggs and grits and this biscuit, which I just could not do after the cinnamon roll. So I packed it out with a couple of things of jelly and butter, and it's really looking good. I'm gonna have it with a side of pizza combos. I've been thinking about these ever since the Smokies, when my 3 veteran friends told me that they liked when the MREs had pizza flavored combos. So this is in honor of them. Just enjoyed my lunch at the Spring Mountain Shelter. My friend Sarah actually maintains this shelter, so it's kind of fun to be here. I think this is one of the oldest ones on the AT, and it's on the cover of her book about the AT shelters, so that's kind of cool. So just left the shelter about a mile or so ago and met a real nice woman who's starting a through hike next week. It's Springer, so it was fun to swap stories and just give her some intel. And yeah, part of me's envious. She gets to have all those first night sleeping out in the woods on the AT, first people you meet, first trail magic, all the stuff. But also glad that I'm 282 miles into it, I think is what I am. But she was asking me how I felt about hiking solo, since she asked if I was, and I said mostly, other than people I've met and hiked with from time to time. And I realized I've only met 4 other women through hikers since I started. And that's pretty profound, because I wish I had a tally of how many men I've met, but it's far more than that. I would guess 40-ish maybe. I know there are other women out here. I've seen some YouTube channels and whatnot. So it's not just that I'm the 5th, but it's far fewer than I expected. I thought it was closer to 50-50, and maybe it will be as the bubble starts. But she asked me if I felt safe, and the answer to that is yes, I do. I will say everyone I've met I have felt comfortable with. Sharing either a bunk room in a hostel or a shelter. I mean, I've never spent the night in a shelter with another female to right now. I feel safe, and I would get myself out of situations if I didn't as best I could. And I do have certain things that make me feel safer within my possessions. And maybe that's all I'll say about that today. But I think the AT is very safe generally. There are things that happen from time to time, horrible things. But I think that the percentage of those events is far lower than in the real world, for sure. But anyway, speaking of some of the men that I've met, the 3 Muska veterans left my house on Tuesday. It's Saturday now, but they left Tuesday ahead of me by 2 days. And found out yesterday that Dylan got violently ill that evening at Roaring Fork Shelter, throwing up, diarrhea, the whole bit, and thinks he may have gotten food poisoning. I sent them to Waffle House that morning, and he had never had Waffle House, so I hope that's not what did it. He'll probably never want to eat it again regardless, since that's probably what was coming up. But I feel for him. He actually had to get off trail, is what I heard, just to get some, I don't know, maybe just some rest. But they're back on trail. I texted them. They're far ahead now, and I won't catch them again, at least not unless they stop for a day more than I do. They're just too far ahead, but I'm glad he's okay. Hi from the Hemlock Hollow Hostel. This is a wonderful little oasis. It's about 7/10 of a mile off trail, but they'll come pick you up. Highly recommend it. I am staying in this cute little cabin for $70. I have it all to myself, so screaming deal. And I'm happy to support all these businesses that were affected by Helene, either directly. This place was not hit by Helene in terms of property damage, but just the loss of revenue from fewer through hikers, less tourism, all the things that happened in its wake. So I'm happy to stay here. It's a win-win for everybody. Had a great rest of the day, though. Got to meet the Southern Cookie Lady. She is just this lovely retired special education teacher who lives right off the trail. She puts a sign at the trailhead telling you about her cookies that she gifts through hikers with, Trail Magic. And oh, so good. It was a peanut butter cookie. But she lives in just this adorable cabin, she and her husband. And I just thoroughly enjoyed talking to her. She was just lovely. But then I got picked up by Hemlock Hollow, Lisa, who owns this place, and brought down here. But I'm going to jump off because I need to get cleaned up. But I also need to deal with a potential cyber hack in my DoorDash account, which I don't even use except maybe in hotels every so often. I kept getting notifications today about deliveries being made under my phone number and my account, but they're in Augusta, Georgia, and none of it makes sense. And yeah, I need to call Chase, Visa, all the things that are tethered to this DoorDash and figure out what the heck's going on. Anyway, so I'm going to log off for the evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow.